In a thrilling matchup at Canvas Stadium, the Colorado Buffaloes, led by head coach Deion Sanders, secured a commanding 28-9 victory over their in-state rivals, the Colorado State Rams. The game, marked by outstanding individual performances and simmering tensions, saw the Buffaloes bounce back from their previous loss with a dominant showing. At the center of the action was Travis Hunter, a two-way star who delivered another remarkable performance. Hunter caught 13 passes for 100 yards, scored 2 touchdowns, made 5 tackles, and even snagged an interception. Despite his tireless contributions, he briefly removed himself from the game in the fourth quarter, admitting fatigue after chasing down a Colorado State player. "That's probably the first time I did that," he said, reflecting on how rare it was for him to need a break. After the game, Deion Sanders, often effusive in his praise of his team, described Hunter as phenomenal. His son, quarterback Shedeur Sanders, added that there's no ceiling for the versatile athlete's abilities. The rivalry between the two teams was not without its heated moments. Leading up to the game, comments made by Colorado State players Braden Fowler-Nicolosi and Torrey Horton were perceived as disrespectful, fueling Deion Sanders' resolve to make the victory decisive. The CSU players had downplayed the hype surrounding Sanders and the Buffaloes, mocking their social media following. These remarks, though made before the season started, were not forgotten by the Colorado team. Fowler-Nicolosi added to the animosity during the game, taunting Hunter by suggesting he was too small. Deion Sanders responded to this postgame, incredulous that someone would attempt to belittle a player of Hunter's caliber. "How stupid is that? This is Travis Hunter," Sanders exclaimed. Sanders was also displeased by a pre-game altercation in which a Colorado State player allegedly bumped into Colorado's receivers coach, Jason Phillips. Sanders condemned the incident, calling it uncalled for, and expressed pride in his team's discipline throughout the heated matchup. Despite having the game well in hand, Deion Sanders kept his offensive starters on the field late into the game, with Shedeur Sanders continuing to throw deep passes. When questioned about it, Sanders dismissed any notion of retaliation, simply stating that the goal was to keep scoring as long as the opposing team was trying to do the same. Shedeur Sanders put up an impressive performance of his own, completing 36 of 49 passes for 310 yards and 4 touchdowns. 2 of those touchdowns were to LaJohntay Western in the first half, with the other 2 going to Hunter in the second half. Colorado's offensive line, which had struggled in their previous loss to Nebraska, showed marked improvement, allowing just 1 sack. The win was crucial for Colorado, as a second consecutive loss, especially to a rival, could have been a setback for the momentum Deion Sanders has been building in his second year as head coach. Reflecting on the game, Sanders highlighted the team's resilience, saying, "That was the whole theme of the week. How do you respond?" Looking ahead, the Buffaloes will carry their 2-1 record into Big 12 conference play with a renewed sense of confidence. Next up, they face Baylor, aiming to maintain their primetime momentum after 3 consecutive nationally televised games. Defensively, Colorado is finding its groove, having allowed only 9 points in their last 6 quarters. The Buffaloes forced 2 interceptions and recovered 2 fumbles in Saturday's game, showcasing a strong all-around performance. Hunter, with his record-breaking 4th consecutive 100-yard receiving game, continues to make history. His 123 snaps out of 138 from scrimmage, alongside his contributions on both sides of the ball, marked an achievement that Colorado's staff believes may be unprecedented in modern college football. As the Buffaloes prepare for their upcoming challenges, one thing is clear. Deion Sanders' team is not only focused on winning but doing so decisively, with key players like Travis Hunter leading the charge.